What is the right and wrong way to use charge cards, by howtogrowcredit.com. A credit card can be a lifeline in a difficult financial jam. Do you need to make an emergency purchase but don't have the cash right at hand? Just put it on the credit card and you're fine. Are you trying to establish a good credit history? It is easy with a credit card. Read on to learn of more ways to properly utilize a charge card can help you. Don't use credit as an excuse to buy items that are outside your price range. Though you may want to use a card to make a purchase that you are certain you can repay down the road, it is not smart to buy something that you clearly cannot easily afford. Only inquire about opening a retail credit card if you are serious about shopping at that store regularly. Every time you try to open a card, an inquiry is noted on your credit report. Don't get too many inquiries on your credit score. Carefully read the terms. Get every last detail from anyone who is offering you a credit card. Know how much your interest rate will be and how long you'll have to pay for it. Inquire about grace periods for payments and if there are any additional fees involved. If you are having financial problems, inform the credit card company immediately. If you are unsure whether you will make a payment, work with your creditor to come up with a solution. This could prevent negative reporting agencies. Many people misuse their credit cards. While some people understandably go into debt sometimes, some people will abuse a card, and then they start racking up payments they're not able to afford. The best thing to do is to keep your balance paid off each month. That will let you simultaneously use credit, keep your balance low and improve your creditworthiness. Use all of your charge cards intelligently. Limit spending and only buy things on your credit card that card. When you have a balance on the card, you are much more likely to get yourself into deeper debt. Paying your credit card bill on time is one of the most important factors in your credit score. A payment that you make too late will lower your credit score while costing you a lot of money. Using automatic payment features for your credit card payments will help save you both money and time. Credit card. Credit card companies set minimum payments to make as much money from you as they can. Every dollar over your minimum payment goes to pay off your balance, so always pay a higher amount than the credit card company asks you to pay. By doing this, you can prevent large interest fees in the future. It may not be a great idea for someone to get a credit card the moment you become old enough to do so. Although you might be tempted to jump right on in like everyone else, you might need a few months to understand the basics of the credit industry before you use bank cards. Spend some time living as an adult before applying for your very first credit card. You must make a habit of paying credit card bills in a timely fashion. You should always be aware of when any credit card bills are due so that you do not incur any fees. Also, most credit card companies will raise your interest rate, meaning all of your future purchases will cost you more. There are many types of reward programs you can find for credit loyalty programs. This can provide a lot of benefits if you use the card and rewards with some level of care. Sign credit cards as soon as you receive them. Many people don't do that, their cards get stolen, and cashiers do not realize the theft. Many cashiers will check to make sure there are matching signatures before finalizing the sale. As you can see, bank cards can be used for a lot of things. This ranges from simply buying things at a checkout line to trying to boost your credit score. Use this information to make wise credit card decisions. It may not be in your best interest to get your first credit card the moment you become old enough to do so. Although people love to spend and have credit cards, you should truly understand how credit works before you decide to establish it. Spend some time living as an adult and learning what it will take to incorporate credit cards.
Do not be intimidated by credit score repair by howtogrowcredit.com. If your credit is bad, it can prevent you from many things, like taking out a loan or leasing an automobile. Credit rating will fall based on unpaid bills or paying fees too late. The tips listed here can help raise your credit score. The first step in credit repair is to build a plan. Unfortunately, the way that you approach spending money will probably have to be revamped. Sticking to necessities for a while is crucial. If the thing you're looking at is not both necessary and within your budget, then put it back on the shelf and walk away. The first step in credit is developing an effective plan and make a plan. You have to be committed to making real changes in the way you spend money. Only buy what you necessary. If you can't get a normal card due to a low credit score, look into a secured card. You will most likely be approved for this type of card, but you will have to add money to the card before you can use it, so the bank will know that you can pay for all of your purchases. Responsible use of a credit card can help rebuild your credit. You can keep your interest rates by maintaining a favorable credit score as high as possible. This will make your monthly payments easier and allow you to pay off your debt a lot quicker. You will be able to buy a house and finance it if you maintain a good credit rating. Staying current with your mortgage payments is a way to raise your credit score even more. When you are a homeowner, you will be financially stable based on what you own. If you have to borrow some money, you will need this. Interest rates. Getting a reduced interest rate is the easiest way to reduce your overall debt. Creditors are skirting a fine line of law when they try to charge you exorbitant interest rates. However, you did sign an agreement to pay the interest. You may wish to make a legal claim that the interest rate charged exceeded your state's statutory limits. You can dispute inflated interest rates. Creditors are skirting aspects of the law when they try to charge you with high interest rates. You did sign a contract saying that agrees you will pay off the debt. You may wish to make a legal claim that the interest rates are too high if you want to sue your lenders. If someone promises you to improve your score by changing your factual history, this is a scam. These bad marks stay on your record for 7 years or more. You should know that mistakes and anything incorrect can be removed from your credit report. If you want to fix your credit, avoid companies claiming they can remove all of your issues. They are lying. Negative credit information remains on your history for a minimum of 7 years. It's vital that you begin paying the bills that you have if you want to improve your credit. Paying your bills on time and for the full amount is important. Your FICO score will begin to increase immediately after you pay the bills that are past due. You should always make an effort to pay them on time and in full. Your credit score will begin to increase immediately upon paying off some of your past due bills. When trying to rehabilitate your credit, it is important to work with each credit card company you are indebted to. This prevents you from sinking further into debt or further damaging your credit score. Do not be afraid to call your credit card company and ask if you can make changes to your due date or your minimum payment amounts. Contact your creditors and see if you can get them to lower your credit limit. Not only can this tactic prevent you from getting yourself in over your head with debt, but it will be reflected in your credit score because it shows that you are responsible with your credit. Contact your creditors to request a reduction in your credit line. This will prevent overextending yourself and lets the company know about your responsible borrowing habits. You could get credit easier in the future. Joining a credit union may be a way to boost your credit if you are having a hard time doing so elsewhere. Before going into debt settlement, find out how it will affect your credit score. Some settlement agreements can be bad for your credit score, so be wary and do your homework. They do not worry about how your credit score looks, they want to get money. Dispute any errors that you find on any of your credit reports. Joining a credit union may be a way to boost your credit score when you are having a hard time getting credit. They may offer better rates and more credit due to local conditions as compared to national ones. Credit card. Do not live beyond your means. You need to change your way of thinking in this regard. In past years, people used good credit ratings to buy the items that they normally couldn't afford, and they are now paying big payments. Take a deep look at your finances, and determine what you can realistically afford to spend. Check your credit card statement each month and make sure there are no errors. If such fees are present, contact the credit card company to avoid being reported for failure to pay. You must review credit card bills every month to check for errors. Contact the credit card company right away if there are incorrect fees, so that they won't be on your credit report. Pay off any balances as soon as you can to start the credit score repair process. Pay down your cards that have the highest interest rates first. This shows creditors you are being responsible with credit. Lowering the balances you carry on revolving accounts can improve your credit score. You can improve your score by lowering your balances. The FICO system has a new level for every 20 percentage points of your credit available. This helps you maintain a proper credit status. Late payments are reported to all credit report companies and they can damage your chances of getting loans or a loan. While it can be hard to just let the negative reports go, the statement will not be considered when lenders look at your credit history. If anything, it will just hurt you as it will draw attention to the negative event. Take the time to carefully go over all your monthly credit card statement. It is only your responsibility to be sure that everything is correct. Don't believe the hype of lawyers or other offices that promise they can immediately fix your credit score. There are a lot of scam lawyers out there who will charge you a lot of money for credit repair techniques that don't do much. Investigate any lawyer thoroughly before contacting them for credit assistance. Make sure a credit score repair agency is reputable. There are lots of credit repair agencies that you will want to avoid. Many people have been the victim of credit restoration scams. It can be terrible to deal with having multiple different debts that you are unable to pay. Divide your money between your creditors so everyone gets paid. Making payments, even just minimum ones, will prevent your debts from going into collection. Try not to use credit cards only for purchases you can afford to pay off. Pay with cash instead. If you are forced to use credit, always pay the balance in full each month. When you create a new credit source, your score decreases. Avoid obtaining checkout credit cards that offer huge discounts. If you open all these new accounts, you could see a drop in your credit score. Be wary of any company that tells you they could fix your credit quickly. Since a lot of people go through credit problems, there are a lot of businesses that have popped up to take advantage of the situation. Investigate a lawyer before contacting them to help you in repairing your credit. Make a definite plan to pay past due and collection accounts. These accounts will still appear on the credit report but will be shown as paid. This shows future creditors that you made good on your debt. Make out a definite plan to pay off past due accounts and collection accounts. Be sure to document all information if a collector threatens you. This is not legal. As a consumer, you are protected by certain laws, and you need to be aware of them. Existing debt. Maintaining a favorable credit score requires you to make all payments promptly. Make use of payment reminders to help you remember to make your payments on time. You can do this in several ways. You can have your bank remind you, put them into your scheduling software, or even have your creditors remind you. The next thing you need to do when repairing your credit is to make a plan to begin to pay the money off. Existing debt lowers an individual's credit score and can be a burden. Your credit score will rise significantly if you do not have existing debt. A debt repayment plan is an essential step towards repairing a bad or low credit score. Existing debt lowers your credit score and can be a burden. Put a plan in place to reduce your debt as much as you can each month. Having no current debt will help to raise your credit score. Debt consolidation programs can help you rebuild your credit if you're struggling with repairing it. By simply combining all your debts into single monthly payments, it becomes easier to budget and keep track of your expenses. This should assist you in making timely payments and repairing your credit rating. When working to improve your credit, make the minimum payments to all of your credit cards every month. Late payment will be put on your credit report, which will negatively impact your credit score. You'll be seen as responsible if you always at least pay the minimum amount due. Make sure to keep a record of everything when interacting with credit bureaus in case they make mistakes. Keep track of all your contacts, including emails, and summaries of any phone calls you received. Send your dispute letter as certified mail so there is proof of you can prove it was received. Keep a savings and checking account open at all times. Open accounts serve as proof of income and financial stability to potential lenders. Creditors like to see financial responsibility, which can be shown with bank accounts that are held in good standing. Instead of avoiding collectors, talk to them to see what kind of payment arrangements they can offer you in light of your financial situation. Tell them how much you can pay, and when you will be able to pay it. Collectors are always able to negotiate. Anyone who ever needs a loan is impacted by how high or low their credit score is. Even if you have bad credit, things are not hopeless. Use the tips presented here to help improve your credit scores. Thanks
your
for
bad credit, fix it now, by howtogrowcredit.com. Whether you got your credit cards on your college campus, got carried away on one too many shopping sprees, or got hit hard by the recent economic downturn, you've probably damaged your credit. The good news is that there are some things that you take steps to begin to repair your credit. Make sure that you are never using more than 50% of your credit card's limit. Creditors like to see you using your accounts, but still keeping your balances under 50% of your allotted credit. Financing homes can be made more difficult if you have bad credit. If you do have poor credit, which has lower standards and makes the federal government your lender in a sense. FHA loans are also great when a borrower doesn't have the high down payment that most banks require. It's easy to lower your interest rate by ensuring your credit score is high. It will lower your monthly payments, so your debt will be taken care of at a much quicker rate. The key to paid-off credit is to find a great offer and a competitive rate so that you can pay off your debt and get a better credit score. The first thing you should do when trying to improve your credit repair is to build a plan. You have to be committed to making some significant changes to your spending habits. Only buy what you absolutely necessary. Good credit scores mean you can easily qualify for a home or car loan. Fulfilling your mortgage obligation in a timely fashion does a great deal of good for your credit rating. Owning a valuable asset like a house will improve your financial stability and make you appear more creditworthy. This is helpful in case you want to borrow money. If you want to repair your credit but do not qualify for a regular credit card, sign up for a secured card. If you show a good history of payments with this card, you will go a long way in repairing your credit. Getting a reduced interest rate is the easiest way to reduce your overall debt. In most cases, creditors are somewhat limited in the amount of interest they can charge. You did sign a contract and agree to pay interest. It is likely you can have exorbitant interest rates reduced if you sue the creditor. If you have a card that carries a balance of over 50% of the limit, your first priority should be paying it down until it is below 50%. It's vital that you actually begin paying the bills that you have if you want to improve your credit. You should pay your bills in full each month. Do not let them fall behind again and get yourself in trouble. Once you have started to pay towards your past due accounts, your credit score will gradually improve. Some sound advice to follow is to be sure to take the time to contact your credit card company and work with them. Doing so will help you to ensure that you do not go further into debt and make your credit worse. This can be accomplished by negotiating with them for a change in due date or monthly charges. Opening up an installment account can give quite a better credit score. You can quickly improve your score by successfully managing an installment account. Though it is an unsettling prospect, consider asking your credit card provider to reduce the amount of credit extended to you. Not only will this prevent you from owing more, but it will be reflected in your credit score because it shows that you are responsible with your credit. You can dispute inflated interest rates. Creditors are skirting a fine line of the law when they hit you exorbitant interest rates. You did, however, sign a contract saying that agrees you will pay off the debt. You need to be able to prove the interest rates are too high if you want to sue your state's statutory limits. You should examine any negative entries on your credit report thoroughly if you want to fix your credit problems. The debt itself may be legitimate, but if you find errors in its metadata, e.g. the date, amount, creditor name, you might be able to get the whole entry deleted. Be very wary of programs that can get you in legal trouble. There are scams all over the web that will show you how to create a brand new credit file. Do not attempt this, can get you into big trouble with the law. You could end up owing a great deal of money or even facing jail if you are not careful. In order to start repairing your credit, you should close all but one of your credit card accounts. Call your credit card company and try to work out a repayment plan, or transfer the balances of multiple cards to one lower interest card. Doing so will allow you to pay off one individual debt rather than a multitude of lesser balances. Credit score. It is crucial that you review credit card bills on a monthly basis to check for errors. If there are mistakes, call the company. If the errors are not fixed, they could get reported to the major credit rating agencies. Some agreements cause less damage to your credit score than others, and you should be sure of how it will affect you. Creditors just want their money that you owe them and really aren't interested in how it will affect your credit score. These are ways of protecting your credit rating. Every time you make a late payment, it is logged in your credit report, which can hinder your ability to take out a loan. Do not live beyond your means any longer. You need to change the way of thinking in order to do this correctly. In recent years, people are using credit cards to buy things they want, and everyone is now beginning to pay the hefty price tag. Be sure to assess your finances and find out the things that you can truly afford. To accomplish getting a better rating on your credit, pay down the balances of your current accounts. Maintaining smaller balances can improve your credit rating. The FICO system makes a note when your balances are at 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100% of your available credit. If you are having problems retaining control of your charge habits, have your credit cards merged into one single account. You should arrange to make payments or make a balance transfer balances to your open account. This will let you pay off one credit card bill rather than many small ones. If a lawyer or law office is offering you a quick fix for your credit, be cautious. A lot of people are having difficulty with their credit, and there are lawyers that try to exploit these people with illegal and ineffective credit repair services. Check the reviews and reputation of any lawyer or credit repair firm thoroughly before you contact them, and certainly before you give them any money. This will make sure that you maintain a proper credit status. Late payments are added to credit reports, and they can damage your chances of being eligible for a home in the future. It is the worst when you have many debts that you are unable to pay. Take out a little money for each one of the creditors that you owe. Even if all you're making is minimum payments, this will keep you out of collections. The statement will only draw more attention to the bad aspects of the report. Devise a repayment plan that will satisfy your collection account and any other accounts that are in arrears. These will remain on the credit report, but will be reported as paid. This is better than having past due debt. Whenever possible, make sure to record any threats by debt collectors. This is an illegal form of intimidation and should be reported. Become knowledgeable regarding the laws that are in place to protect consumers. Avoid using credit cards whenever possible. Pay for everything you buy with cash whenever possible. If the purchase you're buying is more than you can currently afford, you can use a credit card, pay it back immediately. If you are having a hard time sticking to your budget, contact the credit counseling agency for help. These agencies can negotiate with your creditors in order to come up with an affordable repayment plan. They can also offer valuable advice which can help you to better manage your finances. Using these organizations lets you learn ways to manage finances better. Be very careful about credit professionals who state they can instantly fix your credit. Because so many people are having credit problems, a lot of unscrupulous lawyers advertise that they can repair your credit for large fees. Do the research on any lawyer advertising credit repair services before you call them. Talk to creditors directly to figure out a different way to pay your bill if you cannot afford your monthly payments. You may be able to defer some lines of credit, like federal student loans. You can refinance other loans, like vehicle loans. In any case, you want to protect your credit, and creditors may be willing to work out a repayment plan with you. Additionally, this will relieve some of your financial stress and allow you to concentrate on paying off the creditors who will not let you alter payments. Prepaid or secured credit cards can help you to break bad spending and repayment habits. This will show potential lenders that you are serious about taking responsibility for your financial future. Since your credit score measures how often you are late on your bills, the best way to raise your credit score is to pay your bills promptly. Sign up for payment reminders to make sure you remember to make payments. There are a number of different ways to set up a reminder. You can set them up on your banking portal and have the reminders sent to you in your email. Many creditors also send payment reminders via text message. Make a plan or program to pay off past due accounts and collection accounts. Investigate debt consolidation programs to see if their services can help you improve your credit rating. Debt consolidation is a great way to go about reducing your debt and restoring your credit. Your debts will be combined into one monthly payment. You need to be certain if consolidation is the right way to go. You also need to know how it functions in order to get the most out of it. Existing debt: frequently contact any credit bureaus with which you are engaged in conflicts to expunge false or erroneous claims appearing on your credit report in order to stay updated on their progress. Write down records of any communications you have, including email, letters, and even phone calls. If you are going to use a dispute letter, make sure you get it certified so that you can prove it was received by the company. The first thing you need to do when repairing your credit is to figure out how you are going to pay the money off. Existing debt lowers your credit rating and can be bad to have. Your credit score will rise significantly if you do not have existing debt. Paying off all the debts you owe will go a long way towards improving your credit's health. Credit counseling can also help. Make sure you check over your credit report very carefully for any possible errors. There could be issues on your credit report that were made in the report. If you notice mistakes, file a credit dispute and the offending mark will get removed after a while. While you are working on rebuilding your credit, look at the types of loans you have outstanding. The varieties of credit account types you hold are used in calculating your credit score. Multiple lines of credit like a mortgage or car loan, that are paid on time, are the best way to build up a positive credit history. Paying on time is key to a good credit score. Even if it's just the minimum, try to pay as much as you can. One little forgotten payment will have consequences on your score. One way to improve an ailing credit score is to open new lines of credit and be scrupulous about paying them off quickly. It will show people that you are responsible and get you back into a positive standing. The fastest way to work on repairing any type of credit is to first pay off any outstanding debt paid off. You can ask your credit card companies to reduce your credit limit. This is only a viable option if you are able to maintain a low balance on what you owe. If you reduce your limit by too much, the existing balance can make you over the limit. This is never a desirable situation. Look at your credit report and see if there are any missed payments or outstanding debt. The key to repairing your credit is to pay your bills up to date in terms of payment. There are many credit counseling that can help you. Addressing a bad credit report might seem daunting at first, but if you learn the tricks and stick to the process, you can improve your credit dramatically. The advice offered in this video can help to get you back on track to repairing your credit. Debt Consolidation 101, the tips you need to know by howtogrowcredit.com. Debt consolidation is a popular topic that a lot of people talk about, but not very many people know how it works. Keep watching and you're going to learn more about debt consolidation. Before you make any decisions, study your credit report. It is important to determine how you ended up in the hole that you are in. This is a good way to stay out of debt once you manage to pay back everything you owed. Get a copy of your credit report before embarking on the debt consolidation. The first step to taking care of your debt is knowing where it comes from. Know exactly how much you're in debt and where that money needs to go. You won't know how to restructure finances if you don't have all the facts. Make sure a prospective counseling firm has qualified employees. Are they properly certified? Are they backed by reputable institutions? This will allow you to know whether or not a company is worth the trouble. Make sure the counselors working for a prospective counseling firm has qualified employees. Is there a certain organization that they are certified these counselors? Are they backed by institutions in order to prove these people are legitimate? This will give you a better idea of whether or not the company is worthwhile. Often, a new credit card with a low interest rate can be useful for consolidating some debts by paying them off using the new, low-interest credit card. This can save on interest and leave you with just one payment. When using only one card, pay off any purchases that have an interest rate that is introductory. Consider your best long-term options when picking out the debt consolidation business that'll be helping you. You may want to get started immediately, but take the time to do research, as well. Some organizations offer ongoing exercises that can keep you avoid financial problems in the future. After you've set up a good debt consolidation plan, contemplate how you got into your situation. Surely, you do not want to pay off your debt only to get back in this situation. Do some soul-searching to find out how you got into this situation so that it never happens again. Don't be fooled by debt consolidators just because a company is non-profit. Non-profit doesn't mean they are a good company. Check with the Better Business Bureau to learn if the best companies. Obtain one loan that will pay all your creditors off, then call the creditors to make settlement arrangements. Many will accept as much as 70% of that balance in one lump sum. Your credit score won't go down when you use this method either. You may be able to pay off your debt by borrowing money. Talk to the loan provider about what interest rates you're able to qualify for. Just be sure to pay the loan back if you're going to put up your car. When you consolidate debts, be sure you think carefully about which debts to consolidate and which to keep separate. Normally there is no sense in combining a loan with high interest with other loans that have no interest at all. Your lender can help you evaluate each loan to determine if it should be consolidated or not. Let creditors know when you're working with credit counselors of a debt consolidation agency. They might want to talk about other arrangements with you. This is crucial since they might not be aware that you're trying to take care of your bills. It can also help if they have information that you're attempting to get your finances. Look for a reliable credit counselor in your local area. This type of office can assist you in combining your accounts in order to better manage debt. Using a counseling service doesn't hurt your overall credit score like using a professional debt consolidation service might. Many creditors work with debtors because it's better for them to get some amount of payment terms to help a debtor who is in arrears. You might be able to get a temporary loan from your friends or family if you cannot get one elsewhere. Be sure to tell them how much you need and when it will be paid back. Make sure to pay them the money back as well. You don't want to ruin a relationship over money. You will save on interest costs and will only have to make a single payment. Once your debts are consolidated onto a low-interest card, focus on paying it down before your introductory interest rate jacks up. If you really want to get away from debt by consolidating it, you may want to see about borrowing cash against the 401k you have. You borrow it from what you have paid into it. However, understand that you could be negatively affecting your future by doing so. Give it careful consideration. Don't borrow from someone you don't know anything about. Loan sharks are knowledgeable about you being in financial trouble. If you want to take a consolidation loan, seek lenders with good reputations, offers a fair interest rate and has easily understandable repayment terms. You may be able to consolidate your debts by borrowing money from an acquaintance. This is risky, though, since relationships can be damaged if repayment does not occur. This is one way that's the last resort to get things paid off, so it should only be done if you're able to get things paid back. When consolidating, you should consider how you got in your situation. You wouldn't want to wind right back up in a debt consolidation program. Be honest with yourself and learn what made you find this all happened. During your consultation, the debt consolidation counselor should use a personalized method. If the agents don't spend the time to get to know you and your situation, look for a different agency to use. Your debt counselor should develop a personalized solution for you. Many will accept as much as 70% of the balance in a lump sum. This will not affect your FICA score, it may even help it. You could use a snowball payment plan as an alternative to debt consolidation. Pick a card that has the worst interest rate on it and pay that as fast as you can. Once you do this, use the money you save by not paying this amount and use it to pay off the next highest interest card. This plan is one excellent option. Understand that debt consolidation arrangements will have no bearing on your credit score. Some debt reduction plans harm your credit, but these loans are for lowering interest rates on your debts. It is pretty useful when you stay current on your payments. Prior to taking on debt consolidation, attempt to negotiate with creditors. For instance, see if you can get a lower interest rate on your credit card if you agree to not use it, and switch to a plan with a fixed rate. You may be surprised what your creditor is willing to do to help you. Debt consolidation. Can you contact the debt consolidation firm of your choice easily? After the consolidation has begun, you may run into questions that you'd like answered. It is important that any company you work with has good customer service. Debt consolidation methods are a popular choice, but you need to know all of the details and possible problems with them. Fortunately, you now have an understanding of debt consolidation programs. Armed with the advice presented here, you are ready to make some decisions about consolidating your debt. Spend enough time to evaluate key information, and you stand to gain a great deal. When consolidating debts, you want to have one payment that's affordable each month. It is prudent to target a 5-year plan unless your specific debt requires different planning. Setting up a structured plan will help you work towards the goal and will give you an idea of when you can expect to pay off the debt. Credit woes. Try these great credit repair tips by howtogrowcredit.com. Have you had difficult times because of bad credit? A lot of people's credit scores are going down during this difficult economic time. Fortunately, there are many things you can do to help improve your credit again, and you can begin using them right away by learning these helpful hints. If you want to boost your credit score and earn a decent living, open an installment account. You should make sure it is an installment account that you will be able to pay into every month. You might see a big improvement in your credit score if you can handle an installment account responsibly. If your credit history has put you in the position where you are not able to obtain a regular credit card, get a secured card. If you get a new card and use it responsibly, a new card can help you fix your credit. Never trust a business or person who offers to clear up your credit for a price. Especially if it is correct information they say they can remove. If the information is correct, it will remain as part of your report, in most cases, for 7 years. You can, however, succeed at having incorrect information erased from your credit reports. You may be able to reduce interest rates lower by working to keep your credit score as high as possible. This should make your monthly payments easier and it will enable you to repay your debt a lot quicker. Work closely with all of your creditors if you are aiming towards repairing your credit. Avoid collection to improve your credit score. You can even ask for help, such as pushing back the due date of your monthly payments or reducing the interest rate. Credit score. Make sure you thoroughly research into any credit repair agency or counselor before you do business with them. The industry is rife with fraud and people with ulterior motives, so finding a legitimate credit counselor can be challenging. Some companies you may find are outright scams. To help protect yourself from fraud, investigate any credit counselors. One way to check an agency out is to check with the Better Business Bureau. You can easily get a house and finance it if you have a good credit score. Making regular mortgage payments will also help your credit score even more. This will also be useful in the time comes where you end up needing to borrow funds. Do not do things which could cause you to go to jail. As we speak, people are trying to take advantage of illegal practices to have people create credit files that can get them into trouble. This tactic is not legal, and you face serious repercussions if you are caught. The end result of getting caught during the crime could be expensive legal fees and a possibility of time behind bars. If someone promises you to improve your score by changing your factual history, they are lying. Negative credit information remains on your credit report for 7 years. Give your credit card company a call and ask them to lower your credit limit. Not only will this stop you from overspending, but it will also indicate responsible behavior to a credit card company, and may enable you to get future credit. You should always make an effort to pay them on time and in full. Your credit rating can improve almost immediately after you pay off past due bills. If your credit is poor, take the first step to repair it by closing out the majority of your cards, leaving yourself just one to use. Make necessary arrangements to set up payments, or transfer the balance to your remaining account. Doing so will allow you to pay off one individual debt rather than a multitude of lesser balances. Do not get mixed up in things which could lead to imprisonment. There are schemes online that claim they can help you how to establish an additional credit file. Do not attempt this, you will not be able to avoid getting caught. You may end up with jail time. Take a look at credit card bills to make sure that every item is one you have charged. If there are, you will need to contact the company immediately to avoid them reporting this to a credit reporting agency. There are ways that are less damaging than others, and all should be researched before you enter an agreement with a creditor. Creditors just want their money that you owe them and could care less how it will affect your credit score. Many times you and your creditor can work together to come up with a prepayment plan. If so, be sure you get a written agreement stating the terms. Any plan that you agree on should be put in writing and signed by both parties to protect you in the future. Finally, when it is paid in full, get documentation thereof to submit to credit agencies. Joining a credit union is a great way to build your credit if you are having a difficult time getting credit. Try not to file for bankruptcy. It is noted on someone's credit report for 10 years. It sounds very appealing to clear out your debt, but in the long run, you're just hurting yourself. Bankruptcy destroys your ability to get any sort of loan for at least a few years, so don't file unless you have to. Dispute every error you identify on your credit report so they are removed. To even begin improving your credit, you will need to lower the balance owed on them as soon as possible. First, work on the accounts with the highest interest rates and the highest balances. This effort will show the credit card companies that you are trying to pay your bills and be responsible. If you are having problems retaining control of your charge habits, have your credit cards merged into one single account. You should arrange to make payments or make a balance transfer balances to your remaining account. This will let you focus on paying off one credit card bill rather than many smaller ones. Doing this will ensure that you keep a solid credit score. Every late payment appears on a credit report, and could potentially hurt your chances at a loan. If a creditor agrees to give you a payment plan, it is important to request a copy of the agreement in writing. Once it is paid off, get a statement that verifies that the debt has been satisfied and send it to the various credit reporting agencies. Carefully read the small print on your statements. Look for any changes that have happened, and make sure they are correct. You do not want to end up paying for a purchase that you did not make. You should ensure everything is okay and does not have any errors. Take the time to carefully go over all your credit card statement. You are responsible for the accuracy of the information on your statement. You should keep a low balance on your credit cards to improve your credit rating. You can raise your score by lowering your balances. When your available credit passes 20, 40, 60, 80 or 100%, it gets noticed by the FICO system. The most it will do is draw further attention to negative reports on your credit history. Be very careful about credit professionals who state that they could fix your credit quickly. Since a lot of people go through credit problems, predatory lawyers emerge that charge huge fees to repair their clients' credit in ways that are either illegal or useless. Look into potential lawyer help carefully to make sure you aren't being scammed. Be wary of any company that they could fix your credit. Because so many people these days suffer from credit problems, a lot of unscrupulous lawyers advertise that they can repair your credit for large fees. Do a thorough background check on your lawyer before you call them. The only way to repair credit is to be more responsible with your credit accounts. Prepaid or secured credit cards can help to rebuild your score without late payments or going over your limit. This will show potential lenders that you are responsible and creditworthy. Prepaid credit cards can help to rebuild your score without late payments or going over your limit. This will indicate to others that you are serious about taking responsibility for your financial future. Devise a plan for paying off any collection accounts or past due debts. They are still going to show up on your credit report, but they are going to be marked as paid so you will not have to deal with the ill effects of having unpaid debt that is past due. Credit score start reducing your debt. Creditors will look at your debt-to-income ratio. A high debt-to-income ratio indicates a borrower that is high risk. Most people cannot immediately pay off debt, so it is best to make a plan and stick to it. Opening additional lines of credit negatively affect your credit score. When offered large discounts or incentives for opening a new credit card, fight the urge to get one to receive the discounts that are offered to you. As soon as you open a new credit account, your credit score drops. Keep a savings and checking account open at all times. Active accounts will display to creditors that there is constant income, your bills are paid, and that you avail overdraft protection. Creditors like to see financial responsibility, which can be shown with bank accounts that are held in good standing. Creditors take note of your debt to your income. You will be looked at as a bad credit risk if your debt is too high in comparison with your income to handle. You are not likely to be able to pay off the debt in full right away, just get a plan and stay with it to pay off your debt over time. By paying off outstanding balances you will make the fastest progress towards repairing your credit. If you have debt that you have not addressed on your credit report, your credit repair efforts will be stalled. Learn the ins and outs of consolidation before you consider it as an effective way to repair your own debt situation. This combines all your debts will be combined into one monthly payment. Make sure to research your consolidation plan you evaluate in order to determine if it is the best option. If you are honest with collection agencies, they may work with you to resolve your debts. Figure out how much you are able to pay, and then discuss this with them. Remember that they will negotiate. Make sure that you keep records of your communication with credit bureaus in case they make mistakes. Keep track of the interactions you have with everyone, including emails, and the information pertaining to any phone calls. Send any disputes by certified mail so that you have a record of it being delivered. Examine your credit report to see who exactly you are in debt with and who has been reporting missed payments. Verify that the report is error-free, and get to work fixing mistakes you have previously made. Debt with high interest needs to be paid off first while paying the minimum for all of the other accounts. Keeping your accounts in good standing is a signal of responsibility to potential lenders. Pay off your bills before attempting to repair your credit. Agencies that specialize in helping people with credit issues can be a major assistance. The number one method of successful credit is paying off any debt you still have. You may run across credit repayment plans that are simply impossible for you. Always be realistic about how quickly you can really afford to pay off your debts. You will only further damage your credit rating by making promises you can't keep. The relief from the collection calls will be short-lived at best. Try to work out payment plans that you will be able to follow when you deal with debt collectors and explain your situation honestly. If you need to build up your credit score quickly, try buying something on credit and then paying it back fast. This accomplishes two things. First, it puts your credit in better standing. Second, it demonstrates your ability to repay debt responsibly. It is understandable if you are frustrated about your credit score. Use these tips to change all that. These tips can stop your score from plummeting and help it increase.
Great debt consolidation tips and techniques to help you by howtogrowcredit.com. Like anything big, getting out of debt won't happen immediately. The process is slow and requires planning. The information that follows should help you make wise decisions when you're considering consolidation. Get a copy of your credit report before embarking on the debt consolidation. First step to gaining financial freedom is knowing what debt elimination is, understanding its origins. Know exactly how much you owe and where that money needs to go. You can't fix your problem if you don't have all the facts. Are you the owner of life insurance? You can cash it in and pay off the debt. Talk to your agent about what you could obtain against the policy. You can sometimes borrow a part of what you invested in your investment to pay off your debt. Before considering debt consolidation, review your credit report. You need to know what got you in your situation. This can help keep you in making good financial decisions. Think about filing for you. However, if you are missing payments and unable to pay off your debt, this option might be what you need. Filing for bankruptcy lets you reduce debt and get on the path to financial recovery. It is imperative to fully research on the different debt consolidation company that you are planning to sign up with. Doing this can help you make a better decision about moving forward and becoming debt-free. When looking to consolidate your debt, do not assume that non-profit companies are trustworthy or that you won't be charged much by them. Even scammers will use this term to try to suck you into their web with loan commitments and interest rates that are way too high. Check the bbb.org website to find a highly reputable firm. Debt consolidation programs generally are there to help, but you must avoid scams. If someone offers a deal too good to be true, you may have fallen into a scam. Get all of your questions answered before choosing a debt consolidation company. You might consider drawing money from your retirement fund to help you get your high-interest loans. Only do this if you feel that the money can be repaid. You will be required to pay taxes and fees for a penalty if you cannot. Don't get debt consolidation as a cure for all your financial woes. Debt is always going to be a problem for you to adjust the way you view spending. When you've secured smart consolidation loans, you can avoid getting into a financial bind down the road. You may be able to pay off the debt by getting another loan. Talk to multiple financial institutions about what interest rates you could expect to pay. Consider using your vehicle as collateral for a personal loan. Take pains to repay the loan promptly. A debt consolidation specialist should use personalized methods. If you're not able to get people at the company to take their time with you, it's time to find a different company that will answer all your questions. Your debt counselor should develop a personalized plan. The snowball approach may work for you to pay off your debts without a loan. Use the extra money saved that isn't going to this high interest rate card anymore and pay off another debt. This represents one of the best options for many people. Debt consolidation is something that can assist you if you come to it with the right mindset. It's not about making one simple call and you're out of debt. You need to understand the entire process. With the information in this video has given you, your next best step is to put it to use. Many people can see lower monthly payments if they just call their creditors. They want you to pay them back, so they will work with you. Note that some creditors, such as credit card companies, may lower minimum payments but will also prevent you from incurring more debt till your account is paid off. Tips to help you manage your bank cards wisely. By howtogrowcredit.com. Charge cards can help consumers build credit records and managing finances. You must understand the advantages and pitfalls of having access to easy credit. The following video discusses some basic credit card use that any consumer can apply to their circumstances to use plastic more wisely. Check whether there is an annual fee attached to your credit card, to make sure you aren't overpaying for a premium card. The annual fees for Platinum and Black cards range from $100 to $1,000, according to how exclusive the card is. If you don't need an exclusive card, then you can save money and avoid annual fees if you switch to a regular credit card. Never use charge cards that are beyond your means. While it's suitable to pay for an item that you can afford to pay for later, you should avoid using credit to purchase big-ticket items that you are going to run into problems paying for. Understand the APR you are being offered. Before signing up for any card, knowing the interest rate is crucial. You may end up paying a lot more than you planned on if you are unaware of what you are being charged. If you have to pay a lot of interest, then it may be impossible for you to make your monthly payments. This allows the credit card companies the best opportunity to catch the offender. This also helps absolve you of responsibility when it comes to the card. Fraudulent charges can usually be reported by making a phone call or sending an email to your card company. Make sure you thoroughly understand the terms before signing up for a new credit card. You might see that their payment schedule, fees, and interest rate are higher than what you thought. Make sure you fully understand things like the interest rate, the late payment fees, and any annual charges the card carries. Many credit card issuers offer signing bonuses when you open a card. While it is a good idea not to build up a large balance on your credit card, you should resist the temptation to jump online and pay off purchases the instant that you make them. All you have to do is wait for a statement to come, and pay that balance. Your credit card payment history will look better and it will raise your credit score. You surely wish to steer clear of late fees and over-limit fees. Both of these are high fees, and going over your limit will also damage your credit report. Be very careful to never spend above the credit limit. When you are looking for secured cards to improve your credit standing, avoid prepaid cards. These cards are debit cards, and as a result, they are not reported to the large credit bureaus. In actuality, these cards are just high-interest checking accounts that are loaded with extra costs and fees. Place a deposit, and try to get a secured card that will help you improve your credit. Pay 100% of your whole card balance every month if you can afford it. In the best scenario, you shouldn't carry a balance on your credit card, using it only for purchases that will be paid off in full monthly. Understand the current laws that apply to credit cards that have changed in the past few years. For example, companies cannot give retroactive rate hikes. Double cycle billing is something that is also not allowed. Read up on the laws. Two major, recent legislative changes that affect credit card companies are the Fair Billing Act and the Card Act. Be sure to read the terms that come with your credit card account before using it. The print might be tiny, you still need to read it all. Do not provide your card or account number online or over the phone unless you are confident that you have a secure connection with a company you trust. Be extra careful if you receive an unsolicited offer for which credit card information is requested. Many scammers all over the world would love to get your credit card information. Take appropriate measures to protect yourself. Never use a public computer to make online purchases. Only make purchases from your personal computer. Make sure you investigate all fees instead of simply looking at annual fees and interest rates. Look for fees like service charges, cash advance fees, and application fees. If they will not do so, then you might want to consider looking for a credit card that has better interest rates. After you locate a company that offers a rate you like, do not hesitate to make a change. Negotiate interest rates with your credit card company. A lot of the time these credit card companies will help you to lower your interest rate if you just request it. You may have a good chance to get your annual percentage rate (APR) lowered if you make sure you make timely payments and have a good track record. Always thoroughly scrutinize your credit card statements. Report any mistakes to your credit company right away. This can stop you from paying too much and it might just save your credit score too. If you're paying a high APR on your cards, see if you can get it lowered. In certain circumstances, they will. Each time you do not pay off your balance, you will save money. Credit card. Convenience might tempt you to use a credit card for everything, but it is better to pay for small purchases with cash. Lots of vendors require a minimum amount to use cards, so you can't always make use of your credit cards. Therefore, use your credit cards for purchases over $10. Be very suspicious of any offers that are unsolicited and request your credit card information as requested. Many unscrupulous scammers all over the world would love to get your credit card number. Be diligent and protect yourself against them. Make certain your son or daughter is ready for the responsibility before you allow them to get a credit card. Although it may seem difficult to tell your child that he or she is not mature enough for a credit card, it can help them develop better spending habits. Never send your credit card information for any reason. A fax may be left in an office for a long time and your information could be stolen by anyone. Any random person with access to these areas could steal it. This exposes you to credit cards to fraudulent activity. If you lose your credit card, remember to report it right away to your card provider. If a card is stolen and used before it is reported missing, you could be held responsible for any charges made. Any charges accrued after you have reported the card as missing cannot be on charge to you by the card provider. Credit card. If you happen to lose or misplace your credit card, be sure to call the company that you got your card from. This can help prevent fraudulent charges on your card. You should then get a new card in the mail. Never under any circumstances pay a credit card bill with a credit card. The fees and interest that are associated with this trick simply make next month's emergency even bigger. When selecting a credit card to obtain cash or air miles rewards, be sure that you understand all the ins and outs of the reward program before agreeing to the terms of the credit card. Check to see if there is an expiration date on the reward and decide if you can take advantage of them before they expire. Keep in mind that charge cards are not a right. Be responsible with your credit card accounts, making the payments when due each month and tracks charges. If a late fee has been added to the balance on your credit card, you may find the company will remove it if you just ask. If you normally pay your credit card payment on time every month, many companies will waive the fee, as a courtesy to a good customer. All credit cards have limits on the total amount you can carry. Be certain that you never go over the stated limit, and be sure only to use a card when you are having a financial emergency. If you are close to your credit limit, you might not have the credit you need for a real emergency. Do not apply for any credit cards that have annual fees, no matter how tempting they seem. With all the competition between card companies, you can easily find a card that doesn't require annual fees. Paying annual fees can add up over time. You may also have to pay costly fees if you miss a late fee. If you make your payments on time, but feel your interest rate is too high, talk to your credit card company to negotiate. Just make a simple phone call and request that your rate be lowered. They will probably be glad to do so to keep you as a customer. Try using a credit card when you need to only. Use your debit card for most purchases. You may need to use a credit card to make large purchases, such as an appliance or television set. But if you are going out for groceries, using your debit card is best. Doing so helps you save money. As was stated at the start of this video, when used wisely, credit cards can help you build your credit and manage your finances. You need to understand each card's terms and benefits to make informed choices for yourself. Educate yourself on the basics of responsible credit card use so that you always make smart decisions.
How to Grow Credit. Steps to grow your credit score. The top 5 must-read books to recover your credit by howtogrowcredit.com. Crawling your way out of debt is not easy in any part of the world. Fortunately, you can easily make your way from the bottom to the top and recover your credit. It's an easily achievable goal, which requires a little bit of work and a great deal of dedication. Keep in mind that there are a few basic things you need, such as discipline, patience, and a powerful plan. Think about it this way. A single lifestyle change can change your credit score in a few months. For instance, if you take away an hour of watching television, you can read. Reading is a great benefit, and reading such things as money management and personal finance can help you a great deal. So it's time to challenge yourself and read at least one personal finance and money management book per month. To help you get started, we have a list of the top 5 books to recover your credit. Number 1. The Total Money Makeover by David Ramsey. The success stories created by David Ramsey speak for themselves, which is what really pulls you towards this book. David Ramsey is a true money master, which makes him different than others is his bold and no-nonsense approach to any money matter. The book provides you with an in-depth view of how you can improve your debt. It gives you the hope and shows you the upside of pulling your way out of debt so you can achieve a healthy financial state in the process. David Ramsey uses easy-to-understand terms to debunk many money myths while exposing the dangers of paying cash advance, rent-to-own properties, and debt consolidation. While showing you a clear and upfront picture of the American dream, the book reads, "Don't even consider keeping up with the Joneses," Ramsey declares in his typical candid style. "They're broke." The book focuses on things that work while keeping it simple and focuses on the heart of the problem. It'll take you a step further by focusing on the moneymaker and spender while grasping major understandings. It will allow you to look at the situation from a different angle and really understand the root cause of your financial standings. You can get the Total Money Makeover on Amazon with the link in the description. Number 2. The Big Debt Crisis by Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio is a co-chief investment officer, founder, and co-chairman of Bridgewater Association. Bridgewater Association is a global asset manager and currently at the top of their business, as they take on the largest hedge funds around the world. Their experience is what makes Ray Dalio's Big Debt Crisis such a great hit, as he really gets down to business and explains each matter as it is. In this current economic time, it will do you well to be informed and ready to take on the world, which is why Dalio takes you through the process in a delicate yet informative manner. Not only does this book focus on your situations, in addition, but it offers you an in-depth view of where the economy stands in your current debt cycle, followed by a complete process where he explains debt cycles, the different phases of debt cycles, and how they can affect interest rates, monetization, and markets. The book is easy to read and does not call for any prior knowledge in the matter. It walks you through the process in a smooth and growing manner, so when you are done, you have a great understanding and knowledge about finances and debt. You can get this book, Big Debt Crisis, on Amazon.com in the link in the description. Number 3. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. If you're looking for a self-made investment and financial structure, then you can't go wrong with I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. It's all there in the title. You can finally set yourself up to become rich. It's still a work in progress and requires time and dedication, but this book really holds some amazing thoughts and processes that can help you out. It'll teach you to be rich in a way that makes you feel proud of yourself. However, you should be warned that there are no shortcuts or tricks when setting up to get rich. But this book does offer a legitimate process that can help you get rich. This book offers sensible advice and is focused partially on millennials by helping them get out of debt. While helping them build their credit, it teaches them how to grow their net worth, inevitably leading them to the set goal they had in mind. Moreover, this book comes with a 6-week plan that'll teach you to be rich. The book will take you through the long-term personal finance strategies that can help you build wealth in decades to come. This makes millennials the perfect target, as they are getting started on the road to success. It'll help pull them out of their bubble and help them get started on real duties and tasks. Grab the book I Will Teach You to Be Rich on Amazon.com with the link in the description. Number 4. Fixing the Money Thing by Gary Keesee. If you have been feeling enslaved, overwhelmed, or discouraged by your financial problems, then this book can help you fix all your money-related issues. Fixing the Money Thing is a bestseller by Gary Keesee and focuses on offering you advice and plans as they seem. There is no beating around the bush as he walks you through the process in a clear and concise way. Not only will this book help you fix your financial struggles, in addition, it'll help you build a powerful and thriving world ministry. The book will offer you financial freedom as Keesee shares his own personal journey with you. By using his proven successful principles, you too can set yourself on the right path. Fixing the Money Thing can help you put a plan in place and can help you get a debt-free life in 7 years. Moreover, this includes your mortgage, which is complete relief for those buried under payments. Learning the spiritual laws of God's kingdom and how these principles should be applied, the path to your financial freedom is glowing, and it's your chance to jump on it and ensure a smooth and well-laid surface for your future. Get your copy of Fixing the Money Thing on Amazon.com in the link in the description. Number 5. The Automatic Millionaire, a powerful one-step plan to live and finish rich by Davis Bach. Everyone wants to know the secret of becoming a millionaire, and now you have it right from the source. The book teaches you stability and how there is no legitimate way to earn a great deal in a short amount of time. So this is why you need to implement a plan to make things happen, which will finally get you into a position where you feel financially independent and rich. What makes The Automatic Millionaire a bestseller is the fact that you do not need a set budget. You do not need willpower to make it happen, a lot of money already set in place to help you out, and no interest in money. The best part is that you can have it all set up in an hour. Using Davis Bach's realistic system, you will be able to enjoy timeless principles along with the information you need. These include websites, phone numbers, and other information that can lead you in the right direction. A small book that can help you secure your financial future is a great bargain and a wonderful read for anyone who wishes to grow their finances. The book comes with context set in place with a plan to help you blow your bank statement out of proportion. All you need to do is follow a set plan that requires no thought process or time. One simple move can have you set for years to come. Find the book, The Automatic Millionaire, on Amazon via the link in the description. In conclusion, these top recommendations from us are just the beginning, and there is actually a great deal you can read to work your way out of debt. It is smart to start with one book and then make your way to the second when you are done with the first, as it allows the time and thought process to think through and implement your plan. Then you will be able to grasp some understanding and take on the debt in a more prepared manner. We encourage you to read as many of them as possible, even while you are on the road to recovery, as it'll help you stay on track while teaching you a great deal you can gain from. Thank you for watching this video. As a gift for making it to the end, we would like to give you this easy-to-use, objective-driven guide to help you read these books. Get our free Book Reader's Notebook printable guide by signing up for the mailing list with the link in the description.
Hot tips to help you fix your credit by howtogrowcredit.com. These tips can save you from getting a healthier score. Getting home financing is no small feat, especially if your credit score is less than perfect. Try to secure an FHA loan. These are federal government guaranteed. It might be possible to get an FHA loan even if you don't have the money for a down payment or the closing costs involved. Financing a home can be made more difficult when your credit score is low. FHA loans are good options in these circumstances, as our federal government backs them. FHA loans are great for individuals who do not have the financial capability to make down payments and closing costs. The first thing you should do when trying to improve your credit is to develop an effective plan and commit to it. However, if you are not prepared to alter bad habits regarding your spending, nothing will ever change. Please don't buy anything unless you absolutely need it. Before you open your wallet, ask the questions, do I need this? And, can I afford this? If the answer is no to either, put it back on the shelf. The first step in credit score repair is to build a commitment to adhere to it. It would help if you were committed to making some significant changes in the way you spend your money. Only buy things that are absolutely needed. If you can't get a normal card due to a low credit score, look into a secured card. This card will be more than likely be granted to you. However, you must fund the account ahead of your purchases as a sort of insurance to the bank that your debts will be paid. Responsible use of any credit card can help your credit rating. However, never forget that irresponsible use will get you in trouble every time. If you want to repair your credit but do not qualify for a regular credit card, getting a secured one is much easier and will help fix your credit. If you use it correctly, it will help to improve your credit score. Opening an installment account can give quite a boost to your credit score. Make sure you can afford to make the payments and try to maintain a minimum monthly balance. Paying on time and maintaining a balance will help improve your credit score. A good credit report means you are more likely to get a mortgage on the house of your dreams. Making mortgage payments will also help your credit score. This will be useful in case you want to borrow money. When you're looking to fix your credit, be cautious of credit repair companies. They may tell you they can remove negative information, but it cannot be removed if it's correct. Negative entries that are otherwise accurate will stay on your credit report for a minimum of 7 years. Incorrect information may be erased, though. When you are trying to clear up your credit, contact your credit companies. You should contact the company and request a lower interest rate or a due date change if necessary. Talk to the company and see if you can change your due date or monthly fees. Opening up an installment account will help you get a better credit score. You will improve your credit score by properly managing these accounts. Always research contracting a credit counselor. Many counselors are on the up and are truly helpful. Others want to make money from you. Also, be aware that there are other credit counseling services run by dishonest people. These services are scams and should be avoided at any cost. Be a wise consumer by checking whether or not the credit counselor you will deal with is legitimate. You must pay your bills off on time. This is very important. Your credit score will increase if you pay off past due bills. Know how debt settlements will influence your credit score before making a decision. Some credit settlement methods can be a blow to your credit score, so it's important to check into your options and find one that won't hurt you in the long term. Many collectors want to get paid and don't care about credit consequences. It would help if you considered talking directly with your creditors when you have credit cards. This will assure them that you can keep your situation and keep you from getting even further behind. One way to increase your credit score is to become a member of a credit union. Credit unions can often offer better rates and more alternatives than larger banks because they base their decisions on the local economy instead of the national situation. Make sure you check out any credit score repair agency or counselor before you do business with them. Many counselors are honest and helpful, so make sure you are not being duped. Some credit services are not legitimate. If you wish to repair your credit, you'll have to stop spending more than you earn. You will have to change your thought patterns to get your debt under control. Getting credit has never been easier, making it just as easy for people to buy items they can't afford. This, though, comes with a hefty interest price tag. Take a hard look at your financial situation to come up with a realistic spending plan. Do not do things that could cause you to end up in jail. There are scams all over the web that teach you to get a brand new credit file. Do not attempt this, you will not be able to avoid getting caught. You could end up owing a great deal of money or even facing jail if you are not careful. Check your credit card carefully each month to ensure that there's no incorrect information. If there are mistakes, call the company. If the errors are not fixed, they could get reported to the major credit rating agencies. Contact your creditors and see if you can get them to lower your credit line. Not only will this prevent you from owing more, but it can also imply that you are responsible for those companies and any future companies. Filing for bankruptcy is a bad idea. When you file for bankruptcy, it shows for 10 years, and your credit report will suffer from this. Though the idea of ridding yourself of debt can sound appealing, the long-term consequences aren't worth it. Once you have filed for bankruptcy, it may become challenging to secure a loan or open a new credit account. Even though the particular credit item may not be accurate, any small mistake in the item, like the date or the amount owed, may let you have the whole thing taken off your credit report. If credit repair is something you have been considering, the first step would be to pay down your credit card balances. Pay off high-interest debt first, as it grows the fastest. This helps creditors realize that you are using credit cards wisely. Dispute any errors that you identify on any of your credit reports. You need to read and understand the credit card statements you receive in the mail. You will need to read over every charge on your account to check that it is accurate. It would help if you were sure that everything is correct on the statements. Check your credit bill each month to ensure that there are no errors. If there are late fees you don't deserve, you need to call the company right away to avoid them from reporting it to credit reporting agencies. Although they mean a lot to you, these statements are often set aside when lenders go over your credit history. It can even draw more attention to the bad spots, so don't do it. Avoid using your credit cards. Purchase with cash. If you absolutely need to use a credit card, be prepared to pay off the balance at the end of the month or as soon as possible. If you can get a payment plan worked out with any of your creditors, get that payment plan in writing. Once it is paid off, be sure to send that information to the credit agencies in writing. If you have suffered job losses due to the economy, you may not have the cash to pay all the debts you owe. To make sure everyone gets a share, spread out your money distribution. This will keep your account in good standing while you are paying down your debt. Pay off any balances on all credit cards as soon as you can to start the credit repair process. Pay off accounts with the highest interest and largest balances first. This will show future creditors that you are serious about paying down your debts seriously. Work with collectors to create a realistic repayment plan. These accounts will still appear on a credit report, but they will be earmarked as paid. This will make sure that you retain a good credit status. Late payments are added to credit report companies and will greatly decrease your chances of getting loans or a home in the future. Threats are illegal. If a collection agency is mistreating you, you could sue them. Consumers have rights, and you need to be informed of what they are. Carefully read the small print on your credit statements. You must be accountable for the accuracy of the information on your statement. Begin rebuilding your credit score by ensuring that all your monthly bills are paid on time. If this is all you can afford, pay the minimum balance. You may not think so, but missing one payment can seriously hurt your credit rating. The statement will draw more attention to negative reports on your credit history. You can aid the credit repair process by making minimum payments on time each month. Non-payment will be reported, and this puts you back to square one. You can demonstrate your responsibility by making your payments on time, every time. Be very careful about credit professionals who state that tells you they can instantly fix your credit quickly. Because of the surge of credit issues out there, predatory attorneys have appeared who charge exorbitant fees for useless or illegal credit improvement schemes. Please do a thorough background check on your lawyer before you call them. Keeping active savings or checking account at a local bank is a great way to begin repairing any credit damage. Active accounts indicate a steady income and bill payment to creditors. Maintaining an impeccable checking or savings account shows responsibility, which looks good to creditors. Be aware that threats made by a collector threaten you. This is not legal. You should be aware of the laws or that safeguard consumers' rights when dealing with debt collectors. Talk to a debt collection agency. If you are honest with them, you may agree. Let them know when and how much you'll be capable of paying. Many times your creditors will be willing to negotiate some arrangement with you. You might feel pressured to send in large payments you can't afford or agree to payment plans. Have a clear idea of your budget and how much you can afford to pay every month. If you sign up for payment plans you cannot follow, your credit score will only worsen. If you're having problems budgeting your money or paying your debts, it may help you to consult a reliable credit counseling service to help you develop a budget that works for you. These counselors can help you negotiate with creditors to resolve a repayment plan that works for your financial situation. Credit counseling can be a key piece in helping you learn how to manage your finances best and meet your obligations. People with bad credit ratings should contact banks and see if they can get the credit limit reduced. Do this only if you can trust yourself to keep a lower balance. You won't want to reduce your available credit to the point that your credit cards are charged up to the maximum limits. Your credit score is strongly affected by how promptly you make timely bill payments. Setting up a payment reminder will help you remember to make the payments. There are several methods you can make payment reminders. Paying on time is paramount in credit score. Even if you cannot pay the whole bill, you must make a regular payment. One little forgotten payment will have consequences on your score. Paying off outstanding balances is the fastest way to raise your credit score. Paying off what is due on your unpaid bills is a wonderful way to improve your credit score. You can also obtain credit counseling for assistance. There is no reason to put off starting to repair your credit now that you've learned how to do so. Low credit scores can adversely affect your life actions, so start now to begin increasing your credit rating.
The best apps to build your credit by howtogrowcredit.com. According to FICO, the average credit scores of U.S. consumers is approximately 650 to 695. If you feel that is encouraging, then you will be relieved to hear that approximately 54.7% of Americans can easily score 700 on their credit tests. Fortunately, this allows you the encouragement and the power to take on your credit and improve your current standing. Furthermore, with the help of applications today, you can easily monitor your scores. To help you get started, we have listed down some of the best apps to build your credit. NerdWallet. The only way to improve your credit score is by factoring in your income and your spending, which is why you need NerdWallet in your life. The application takes your personal finances deeply, taking on both income and spending. Moreover, they offer a wide range of articles that can help set you on the right track, along with tools and other data that can help you improve your credit score with the passage of time. In addition, the application offers you an open space experience that can be extremely effective if they reduce their real estate side. Even then, the interface is not bad, but can be confusing to navigate. This is why you should keep in mind that there is a great deal to learn so that you can take it on one at a time. To help you understand the application better, we have listed its pros and cons. NerdWallet Pros: track your income and expenses. Handle credit score issues. Includes editorial content. Strong financial browsing. Educational tools. NerdWallet Cons: limited 5 transaction categories. Confusing navigation. Displays 1 credit score. The bottom line of NerdWallet. NerdWallet can help you understand and improve your credit score using a wide range of tools. However, it could offer more accurate and effective services if they clean up their user experience side of the application. Mint. Considered to be one of the best personal finance service providers, Mint offers a great service that can help you set your credit score for good. The application has won a number of Editor's Choice Awards due to its smart blend of financial tools, simplicity, and usability, allowing users to connect with online financial accounts that can offer you a better estimated credit score and even your net worth. Moreover, the application is easy to use and can be accessed via smartphone, Apple Watch, and other devices. This free-to-use application allows you the chance to create an account and will get you started on the process right away. It'll be useless to get the application until and unless you are willing to share your details and passwords. To make your experience better, the app offers a bunch more tools that can help you keep your credit score in check. To help you understand the application better, we have listed its pros and cons. Mint Pros: fast, free, and easy to use. Highly automated. Simple budgeting tools. Regular alerts. Checks credit score. Good mobile support. Apple Watch supported. Mint Cons: limited to US and Canadian accounts. Weak investing tools. Discontinued bill payment. No account reconciliation. The bottom line of Mint. Mint is a one-of-a-kind personal finance application that cannot be compared to other applications, as it offers such a familiarity yet distinctive service that will let you learn and manage accordingly. There is no other application on the market that offers such a collection of tools and tracks your spending or manages your budget in such a manner, while constantly keeping you in check and reviewing your net worth. Credit.com. The application offers you free credit scores along with paid services. Make sure you only pay for the information you need. This way you will be able to keep your credit score in check while getting access to great credit advice. Taking full use of its helpful tools, you can take on your credit building process without spending any money. A great place to start if you're looking for a free and educational experience. This way you will be able to really understand your credit and its standings before you take any action. One of the best features they have to offer is their credit report card. That offers you an in-depth view of your current standings and spendings, offering you an easy-to-understand picture of your standings. To help you understand the application better, we have listed its pros and cons. Credit.com Pros: offering grades based on credit. It offers a thorough check. Specific tools. Visual aids. Spots credit blunders. Offers solutions. Credit.com Cons: complex solutions. Unable to find more. The bottom line of Credit.com. Credit.com is a professional company that has a great hold on the online credit market. With their amazing reputation and experience, they can easily help you out in a wide range of services. Fortunately, most of the services they offer are free of cost, which allows you to get a sense of where you stand without taking on a great deal of expense. In addition, you will have to subscribe to a better package to get a full, in-depth experience. However, starting with the basic free package is a great place to start. Experian: one of the leading credit applications that offers you the same number lenders use to make decisions, allowing you the opportunity to get a more accurate number when it comes to making financial choices. Additionally, the application offers a free, basic, and premium plan that you can choose from. keeping your financial standings and understandings in mind. This way you can keep your budget in check while staying updated with your credit scores. Moreover, the application comes with a fairly easy-to-use interface that is laced with tools that you can use to your advantage. With Experian, you will have all the information you need to make a solid and well-educated decision. To help you understand the application better, we have listed its pros and cons. Experian Pros: flexible options and easy to use. Free credit score check. Identity protection tools. Generates detailed credit reports. Free credit report every month. Experian Cons: quarterly updates. Not the cheapest option. Canceling service is a hassle. The bottom line of Experian. Experian offers you a better, quick, and accurate credit check than most applications in the market. With its information and help, you can easily get your credit back on track and take a deep look at the aspects that bring your credit scores down. Moreover, it offers good identity protection tools that offer great tools to support you. Credit Sesame. The application offers good coverage and ensures that you can enjoy an inexpensive credit monitoring service. It is a good way to introduce yourself to the basics of credit checking and maintaining service, as it can easily have a great impact on your credit score. Credit Sesame offers positive customer reviews and has made some waves in the credit score market. It is simple to use the option that comes with monthly packages that match your needs, making sure that maintaining your credit score does not break your bank in any way. The best way to get started is by getting access to the free membership that you can later upgrade to match your needs. To help you understand the application better, we have listed its pros and cons. Credit Sesame Pros: free and low-cost monitoring. Affordable monthly updates. Updates from 3 credit bureaus. ID monitoring. Higher tier packages offer more. A high rate of customer reviews. Credit Sesame Cons: lacks identity theft protection. No bank or credit monitoring. No online customer service. No phone customer service. The bottom line of Credit Sesame. Credit Sesame is a great option if you wish to monitor your credit score but do not have a lot of cash on hand. With a low monthly cost, you can easily keep your credit in check, and it even offers you a free option. It is not as thorough as the paid version, but it is much better than not monitoring your credit. In conclusion, using any of these applications, you can easily keep track of your credit scores and even improve them with time. However, if you're looking to meet your current requirements for an auto loan, mortgage, or any other debt, that we would suggest you ask your lender what scores they are using. This way, you can use the application that'll help you keep up an accurate estimate. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to check out the rest of the content on this channel and our website, howtogrowcredit.com, both with new content added daily. Also check out our list of credit building links below. If you like free, you can get 1 free stock from Webull by signing up with our affiliate link in the description. Then deposit $100 into your Webull account within 30 days to get a second free stock. If you are ready to start building your credit, we recommend the Secure Discover It card. Use our link in the description to get a $50 statement credit just by using your card in the first 3 months. Also, if you have kids, the Greenlight Smart Debit Card for Kids makes it easier to give your kids money and teach them how to make smart financial decisions. Check it out by signing up with our referral link and get $10. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Not only does it help us make new content for you, but it also tells YouTube to share this content with others. How to grow credit. Steps to grow your credit score.